Hello, South Central District. I am so grateful to be joining you all today to see all of your accomplishments and growth throughout this year, even in this virtual setting. As I'm sure we are all well aware, this year has been like no other. Through quarantines, changing regulations, and the unknown, we have still had to strive for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success as FFA members. We know that this has not been easy, but your accomplishments far outweigh the negative thoughts and unfortunate circumstances we have faced throughout this year. Now, I'm going to share a story with y'all that has taught me lessons that were very prevalent throughout this year. And luckily, while learning a few lessons, we can also reminisce in how ridiculous I was as a child. As some of you may know, I was, and still am, quite the character. I was always dreaming of the next greatest thing, trying to convince my parents to get some new pet, or trying to find ways to scare my older brother. After officially being deemed an adult for 407 days, my childhood seems like a breeze. I could take a nap every day, I had people to cook for me, and I spent most days playing outside. The problems I faced as a child seem very small now, but back then, losing my favorite shirt could cause an avalanche of tears, worry, and sadness. When I was around 8 years old, I got stung by my first wasp. I was always a little scared of wasps, but that dreadful day of pain and suffering changed me for the worse. Every time a wasp would fly by me, tears would stream down my face, my heart rate would go through the roof, and a panic attack would set in. My brother and I were outside playing basketball one day, like these star athletes we are, when a swarm of wasps started to surround us. And by swarm, I mean like 3. But still, young Bailey was petrified. I started to scream and lose my mind, looking for the closest place to hide, when my brother stopped what he was doing and looked me dead in the eye. In the most convincing way possible, he said, "Bailey, if you stand still, wasps can't see you." Of course, I naturally assumed that my big brother knew everything and was an absolute genius. So I froze, held my breath, and waited. Sure enough, the wasps flew away, and we ran as fast as we could back to the house. Now, some of you may assume that as I got older, I would have forgotten that saying and continued on with my life. Well, I'm here to tell you all that you're all wrong. I still froze every time I saw a wasp until I became a freshman in high school, and I was sharing this magical cure to never get stung by a wasp again to others. It was in that exact moment that I realized my entire life was a lie. Caleb, my older brother, in an effort to get me to stop acting crazy and calm down, completely made up this factoid of information. He then basked in his glory for years to come every time he watched me play freeze tag with a wasp. Even though this information was a sham, it comforted me for many years. The moral of this story is not that I am the most gullible person you will ever meet, or to never believe your siblings. The moral of this story is to stand still in the moment and let the negative things fly past you. There are many negative things in our life that fight for control of our mind, attitude, and happiness. By standing still in the moment with the positive things in our life, the negative things that find a way to sting us when we're least expecting it will fly past you in search of a different victim. This year has and will continue to throw the biggest and baddest wasps at us. We just have to find a way to stand still, hold our breath, and wait for them to fly by. Thank you all for allowing me to join you guys virtually tonight. I am so glad that I was given the opportunity to see all of your accomplishments and personal growth journeys and leadership skills that you've developed through your years in FFA. I look forward to seeing your continued journeys through FFA and in life in general. And remember, South Central District, remember to stand still.